I don't know if you know this, but I'm also a tattoo artist.
I had no idea. That's dope. I'm looking for a new tattoo.
A few crazy people were like, "Hey, if you want to practice on me, you can." And I really loved, I mean, these sort of rites of passage ceremonies where it's not only the clothing, but it's also this sort of like mark making that happens on skin, like scarification, and even just like some of the patterns that I grew up seeing, like my grandmother draw on our bodies for like different ceremonies and things. And growing up in a religious Christian home, tattoos and mark making and these kind of things were also not allowed. And so, and I love the texture, especially on skin. And so with the tattooing as well, I think it started when I started mark making the figures in my work. And I thought about how could this look on bodies as well. And so the person sometimes that I'm drawing in the portrait ends up having some of the line work on their body and really like bringing together that as well. So I think texture is really important to me. I'm like inked up everywhere, but I also try to like create these kind of textures on my body as well. I think textures are very important to me. They can tell a lot about like where you're from, which tribe you're from, where you've been. And yeah, textures are really important to me. I think they will always be in my work. And I'm just always trying to figure out ways where I can include them and discovering new textures as well. I think the earth and the world is made up of just textures. And so for me, it's just a response. I think textures hold a lot of memory as well. You could like brush your hand against something and that could trigger a memory. You could see a certain thing, you could wear a certain thing and that can trigger a certain memory. So textures are something that I think I've come to learn are something that guide me a little bit, not just in my practice, but in as a marker of certain feelings, emotions, memories, this kind of thing.